Oh shoot. Hey, Shalom, I didn't mean to start it even right there. Shalom, Shalom. We the real Hebrew Israelites. So like, let me get my garment. Shoot. The real Hebrew Israelites come to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Most High, and they send the Son off. Praises and honor, glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakah, double honors to apostles out in New York, the great millstone of GMS, honors to all Akim around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahawah by Yahawashi, and truth and sincerity. Right? This is Brother Uriah from Great Millstone, Chicago, and I'm just jumping right into the spirit. Didn't mean to start the last show that quickly. I was trying to set it all up, but the spirit, I pressed start by accident. Well, the Lord said, get in there. And because we're about to go do our weekly Elder Chicago Camp live show, so I was trying to get another one in because I did one earlier today, but that was to make up for yesterday. So I want to get one in before now because I know once we get done, I ain't gonna be thinking about jumping in there. The spirit, unless the spirit, we just do whatever the spirit tells us, and I'm just following the spirit anyway. As you see on the title, we are still in our captivity. All right, we, the Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, we are still in our captivity, and it's going to stay that way until the Most High come back and save us. All right, we are already in our captivity. All right, and see how Satan just took my camera. It's been doing that. You don't even use this camera like that anymore. But I don't care about showing my hopefully handsome face. But I'll just go ahead and don't care about the as long as you can hear. That's all I care. Hey, Hebrew Judah, can you hear me still? If you can hear, that's fine. We just don't need to. I'll just give you my screen, and that's fine. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear, and that's cool. But you understand that we are still in our captivity, man. All right, and captivity. Let's go look at the definition of captivity. Definition. Definition of captivity.
Was in our captivity, why would he suffer?
Exactly. Absolutely. Definition of captivity: the condition of being imprisoned or confined. All right, and now that's a short definition of it. Let's get it in the etymology. All right, let's dig a little bit into that word captivity. Because you ask a nigga today, a Latino today, a Native American today, are you in captivity? You know what they're gonna tell you? Hell no, I ain't no motherfucking slave, motherfucker. I can go out here and I can do this, I can do that. Because condition you get under the. But did Alexander treat us like America treated us?
No, because he
they didn't tax us to all this. Alexander the Great was told by the men of the Lord that he was supposed to take down blah 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 bam. So he treated Israel good. He was listening to the prophets. All right. So different captivities had different strokes for different folks. You go to Egyptian captivity, the Lord will show. Matter of fact, as somebody, since y'all jumped into it, give me Exodus, the first chapter, and start around 6, 7, 8. But around the time that we served, when the old Pharaoh died and the new Pharaoh came in and he made us serve with rigor. That's the vibration I want to get, because in captivity, but here's the word captivity. Why they pull that up? State of being a prisoner. All right, that means you don't have. If you're a prisoner, you have not your own, by your own, under your own, and under nobody else rulership. Now, who do we have to answer to? Nagab.
We have to answer to Esau in this captivity.
Esau, the so-called white man. Who's the head Esau Edomite in America?
Amalek.
True. But what's his name? True. But what's his name? The king of Babylon right now.
The king.
The acting king of Babylon is Donald Trump. And this gonna be Biden, right? But we know that the true king. If I was to go break it down all the way, going to the book of Daniel, and show you that whoever is the king. The real king, you wouldn't even really know is the real king, because the real king actually sets up representatives to be the face, and that's in the book of Daniel. Go ahead, brother.
Well, just like in Revelation 11:8, this place is called spiritual Egypt. And back during ancient Egypt time, they had a pharaoh, the front man, but really it was the high priest that was pulling the strings behind the scene. It wasn't the pharaoh, it was the high priest.
That's it.
Right now, Babylon, you had the prominent the Israelites, like in Egypt, like the elder had said to get Joseph. All right, and then you had Shadrach and Abednego. They all had their positions in those kingdoms.
That's what I'm pulling up right now. That's the spirit. Go ahead.
Spirit, basically they and it's easy to see how nowadays how Jake has their parts, whether it be in the military, in the government, like Colin Powell, all right, prominence in these, because guess what, man? Jake is the best at everything that he does.
That's it. This is Daniel, the 6th chapter, just to back you up on how that Edom will set up, and then heathens will set up someone to be their front man, and they'll tell you to break it all down. This is Daniel 6:1. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom and 120 princes. So he had 120 provinces that over each. That's basically states, okay, and which should be over the whole kingdom. Each 120 princes would be over the whole kingdom of all those provinces, and over these, out of all of them, he broke it down. Okay, over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was the first, that the princes might give account unto them, and the king should have what? No damage. So if anybody was going to fall, it's Trump's fault that this happened. It's Merkel's fault. It's Putin's fault that this happened. Meanwhile, the Rothschilds is never mentioned.
Right.
All right. Meanwhile, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the motherfuckers, the Rockefellers, whoever the fuck is it, the behind the scenes head guy is cool. All right. Now you could say 120 princes over the which is basically over 120 provinces, which is 120. You divide that by 3, because he set up 3 presidents. Each one had basically about 40 states. How many states America has? 50 states. Just to put it in just an analogy to show you what was going on in the ancient world. Darius had 120 princes over 120 states, but then he had 3 presidents over the different 40 states, and out of all of those 3, Daniel was the top president over even them too.
It's a corporation.
That's it, exactly.
That's what America is, a corporation.
That's it.
A corporation, they always have, I'm just sorry, it'll be like the supervisor, then the manager, then it goes set the seed.
You have a president, you have a vice president, you have a cabinet that's going to have a treasurer, you already got it, a chief financial officer, chief security officer, a human, about the bam. They got, this is all America is, and it's compartmentalized. All right. And this is not the first time this has happened. This is a model that Edom been following off of the heathens and other people since for thousands and thousands of years. That's what I'm showing you right now.
Well, ancient Rome, you got
the Senate, and then you had the plebeians, and you had the patricians. All right, and to my knowledge, the patricians were like the Senate, and then the plebeians were more like the Democrat, the House, which represented the people, and the plebeians, the elite. To my knowledge, if I'm going back in my words, I could have them switch back. It doesn't fucking matter, because it's not our fucking system. All right, we are part of Esau's fucking wicked ass system, but it was beautiful because their system is destined to fall. The scripture says a kingdom divided against itself can't stand. So that's beautiful. But the point here in this lesson is to be a slave. Somebody give me what did I call for?
The Exodus.
Somebody give me that, and then somebody hold me Obadiah, Baba Kushah, the first chapter, starting with the 10th verse. All right, who has Exodus?
I got it.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Exodus 1:6, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation, and the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly.
Because that's what so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans do. We fuck.
And the Lord commanded everybody after the flood. He had told Noah's sons, "Be fruitful, multiply."
That's it. And see, but Esau would rather be unfruitful and not multiply by being man on man, woman on woman.
Well, if you go to Genesis 49, it tells you that Asher, Ephraim blessed Deuteronomy 30, Asher was blessed to have children. Then you go to Genesis 49, Ephraim was blessed with the fruit of womb. And
it's a double blessing. His name means basically doubly fruitful.
Right.
And so you go to the Israelites, man. And matter of fact, keep reading back in Exodus. Go ahead.
God. Right, in that Genesis 49 it says, nations describing the tribes. So even the tribes are considered to bring that basically that much seed. All right. It says, verse 8, it says, now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, and he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
That's it. So this king was like, well, damn. I don't know about y'all, these ancient motherfuckers.
Right.
I know about these niggas, and we got a whole bunch of these niggas here. If they leave us and join with somebody else, man, they gonna fuck us up. And I seen them fight. Come on, man, Jake is Jake.
Right.
So if you was in ancient Egypt, would not the 2/3 still be the fucking 2/3?
Yeah, no.
Would not the 1/3 still be the 1/3?
How much more?
Be the elect?
Right, how much more that they were at their strength, that they were actually real food, like it was a threat. They were an actual threat.
Yes.
Think about this, right? These people have dominion, they had all these things at their disposal, and they still saw these people who were in bondage as a threat, as an imminent threat.
If you have to think about it, just like just like during these times, you don't think Jake was dominating in certain art forms and stuff like that? And back in ancient Egypt times, they had martial arts.
Yep.
So I know Jake was deep into martial arts back then.
Absolutely.
And they was dominating like right now. Back then they was dominating.
If I had to go pull up the picture, I'll pull up the picture where you'll see it on relief, where you'll see us teaching and training the martial arts going back to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years ago.
Right. So this Pharaoh, he said Jake dominating everything and stuff. All right. And so their fear came upon him, man. He said these people are mightier than us. Basically, we superior to them. That Pharaoh admitted that we superior to him.
Now we
He's afraid.
Right, enough to be a threat before we were a threat, because he basically just looked at us and considered this.
Right.
Because it's not like we were plotting.
Right.
He just basically saw our people and said, are more and mightier than we.
Right.
Because this was a chosen people.
Right.
It says, come and let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there were falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramesses.
Yeah, just like we read this, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that has been, that has been, it is which shall be, and that which is done, which shall be done. There is nothing. There is no new thing under the sun. All right. So just like in ancient times, and just like today, man. How did Esau say, how we gonna deal with the Israelites? Well, we gonna set up Martian clinics to kill them off, or we gonna put crack cocaine in their neighborhoods, or we going to program them to be pimps, hoes, and drug dealers and gangbangers.
Right, they created these breaches amongst our nation.
Right.
They divided us when they're our common enemy.
That's right. All right. Let's make them hate themselves. Make them hate versus light skin, dark skin. Make them hate themselves. Let's put up instead of put the true image of so-called Jesus was Yahawashi. Let's put up our image up there so they can feel fear, they can hate themselves. All right, and et cetera, man. All right, so because you go to Isaiah, what's that? Get this.
Let me read the next verse here. It's Exodus 1 and 12. It says,
Yeah.
But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So guess what? In their oppression, what did they do? The same thing that Jake does now. What do they say? Hey, man, when a certain Jake has a bunch of kids, what do they say? Hey, did he not have cable?
Right.
Was he not entertained? But this oppression, merits us. Guess what, man? To want to have that like in Wisdom of Solomon, it says the pleasure that comes with sleep.
Right.
All right.
Not thy sleep, like in Proverbs chapter 20.
So guess what, man? Right. The affliction, it made us multiply even more.
Right. Because they take counsel upon us, man. Like it goes to Psalm 53. I'm right here, Isaiah 29 and 15 said, woe to them that seek thee to hide their counsel from Yahawah, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who see us and who know us, and just that the Illuminati, man, on the left hand side, man, they come with all types of diabolical plans to destroy the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, they have these beatings, man. All right, and these scriptures speak truth, man. Like I said, Isaiah 55 and 10 on down. Mosiah said his word to accomplish that what he will, man. All right, so if Yahawah accept this man to be evil, like I said in Proverbs chapter 16, he set up to be our adversary, man. So what do the adversary do? The adversary He set up traps for the person that he's against, man. All right. So all these things, just like in ancient Egypt, that Pharaoh, this damn Hamite, he was our adversary, man. He was afraid of us, man. Like I said, Jake, just like Jake dominate sports and martial arts, man, they doing that back in ancient Egypt, and he seen our fight, man. This was on our prime. They say, like, not dare say, man, this we was in our power, man. He seen our superiority, man. And we weren't even right to him. We weren't thinking about him. But he was thinking like in the future, man, just like in they get that from Dragon they got what's from Dragon Ball Z, get that with Frieza, he was scared of the Saiyans, because Saiyans was a fighting Saiyans was us anyway, Israelites, based on us. But he was right at the Saiyans, man, because he knew the Saiyans was superior. He's like, man, damn, even the low level Saiyans getting mightier and mightier, man. To the fact they was getting better than the Frieza force, man. He was scared, man. Alright, so the same thing happened in ancient Israel back then, happening now. Esau wants to destroy the Israelites because he know basically that's his ass.
That's it. And then the rest of the heathens want to do the same thing because they know that's their ass.
And right? They know what it is us being in favor of the Lord, and they know what the consequences of us getting our ass beat.
Somebody give me that and how you know where I want to go? How you know where I want to fucking go, bro? I even said it, bro.
Spiritual power.
Because I want to alley-oop you so you can dunk it. I want to read it for you to break it down.
And I would love to dunk it. All right. Well, let's go pull up Achior and show you that these heathens know that we're in our power. There's nothing that they can do. It's nothing they can do to stop us. It's nothing they can do to bring us down. It's nothing they can do at all. All right. This is the Achior. This is in the book of Judith. All right. This is Judith, the 5th chapter and the 5th verse. I got it, big brother. Then said Achior. Now, matter of fact, let's move it back a little bit. Let's go up to the first verse. Hey, shalom. We live. Come on. This is Judith, the 5th chapter, and I'll start. Yeah. Someone went to go pick up. So he's taking care of it. Come on in. Verse 3. Come on in, Hakim. And he said unto them, tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is. Who are these Israelites? Who are these niggas right here that dwelleth in the hill country? And what are their cities that they inhabit? And what is the multitude of their army? And wherein is their power and strength? And what king is set over them, or captain of their army? And he said, and why have they determined not to come and meet me more than all the inhabitants of the west? Then said Achior, the captains of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord now hear the words from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people, which dwelleth near thee, and inhabiteth the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of my mouth, the mouth of thy servant. These people are descended of the Chaldeans. They are sojourned herefore in Mesopotamia, because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea, for they fled away of their ancestors and worshipped the God of heaven, the God whom they knew. And they cast them out of the face of their gods, and they fled from Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days. So the history of Israel went throughout the heathens. They knew, and this man Achior was telling the Ammonites, hey, hold on. These niggas left these false ass gods and went to their God that they know. They seen the chariots of the Heavenly Father. They saw the Lord delivered them from Egypt. Shalom, all right, and then their gods commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned and go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt and were increased in gold and silver and very much cattle. All right, now let me go jump down. All right, to the point. All right, verse 16. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, the Sychemite, and the Girgasites, and they dwelt in the country many days. And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because God hated iniquity. The God that hated iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which He appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of God was cast to the ground, and the cities were taken by their enemies. But now are they returned to their power. And you can just take these boxes and put them to the side. Just put them over here on the side, and we, Baba Kusha. And are come up from their places where they are scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. All right. For now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. These heathens know and knew back then who were the real Israelites, and what and if they were able to take us down, or if we were going to beat their ass, because the Lord has left a track record from Egypt to ancient Babylon, to ancient Assyria, to ancient Greece, to ancient Rome, to every single captivity we've been in, because that's what we've been in. We've been in and out of captivity. Now I'm going to wrap it up, because the brothers are all here. This is Obadiah, the 1st chapter, and I'm going to start with the 10th verse, and I'm going to wrap it up, because this will show you how we became captives, and that we are still captivity as at this day. The scriptures say we are in captivity as at this day. All right, for a Negro, Latino, Native American, to a speckled bird to think that they're not a slave, that they're still not under the yoke of another nation, which is an abomination to the Heavenly Father, then they don't know that they're a fucking slave, and that they're about to get death by pain, following their wicked ass captors. All right, that goes to Isaiah the 30th chapter, Isaiah the 31st chapter. Trusted in oppression, trusting in the motherfuckers who took us down. All right, this is Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers, heathens, foreigners carried away captive his forces. So people came to Israel, took us down, and took us out of our nation, removing us from our land, our heritage, our culture, our identity, our nations, our everything that was us. All right, our finances, everything. They took everything away from us. And foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not look on the day of thy brother, the Israelites, in the day that he became a stranger. Now we're like the heathens. Because as soon as you're outside of your kingdom, learning the heathen ways, learning the heathen customs, learning their language, learning everything outside of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, we become heathens. That's why the scriptures in Matthew the 18th chapter says, if they reject the men of the Lord, let them be unto thee as heathen men. If you follow the heathens, you're a heathen. If you follow the Heavenly Father, you're a righteous Israelite. And it's as simple as that. All right? Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of stress, of their distress. So if you go put in captivity as at this day, you'll find I got to put the wording of it more perfectly. Captivity. I'll just put. Let me just make it simple. This day. All right. Here we go. As at this day. I will have to put as at this day. You'll see all the scriptures is at this day. All right. This is Ezra 9 and 7. Since the days of our fathers have we been in great trespass until this day. Since we've been kicked out of Israel, and even before Israel, we've been and trespass against Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right, for not following the Lord's law, statutes, commandments, and doing what the Lord said do. You about to do? All right. And for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands. So that Negroes get brought over here on cargo slave ships. We can pull up 1,000 pictures of us being on cargo slave ships. Have the Latinos, Native Americans, and have their lands been taken over and subjugated by so-called white men. And the speckled bird, we're now under every nation. We're in India, the black caste that nobody wants to talk about. We are covert in Moab and the Chinese. We have a whole bunch of Israelites over there. We're everywhere on the planet, okay? To the and to the confusion of face, to our shame, as at this day. All right. So if you don't understand that we're in captivity, then that's the reason why you're going to be continue to follow the laws and wickedness of the world, the kingdoms and the nations that you're under, because we're scattered abroad, as at this day. All right. Hopefully this was edifying to the spirit and power. Bahasham, Yahawashi, all praises and honor going to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, double honors to the apostles out in New York, Gray Millstone, GMS, honors to all I can around the planet. Lifting up the name of Yahawah, Yahawashi, truth and sincerity. Shalom and the Bible ball.